Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. Last August, we took an epic 9-day road trip and hit 5 national parks. Along the way, we also explored different cities and towns, ate at some unique restaurants, stayed at some of the coolest hostels, and hiked through some of the most beautiful trails in America. I can't wait to show you guys the experience. I'm your host, Corey J. Adventures, and this is Just Go. The first day of our road trip began in Denver, Colorado, where we booked a private room at 11th Avenue Hostel. Located just northwest of Capitol Hill, this trendy hostel is surrounded by a variety of restaurants, bars, and nightclubs. After getting checked in, we made our way up to our room, catching a glimpse at all the hostel's common areas along the way. We booked the deluxe private room for roughly $140 a night via hostelworld.com, which I'll post the link in the description below. This spacious private room includes a full-size memory foam bed, free cable and Wi-Fi, and even its own in-suite bathroom. After getting settled into our room, we made our way around the corner to a local dive called Stoneys Bar Grill, just steps away from the hostel. Featured on the Thrill List of Best Sports Bars in Denver, Stoneys had a really cool laid-back atmosphere, a ton of TVs, and really affordable drink specials. We ended up chowing down on their famous smash burgers, which were as great as advertised.
Finishing up a meal here at Stoneys. Pretty good. Cheers to the first Denver local restaurant.
After enjoying some delicious burgers, we were craving some dessert, so we made our way over to a popular pastry shop called Tips. Afterwards, we opted to call it an early night, considering the big day of hiking we have tomorrow. Yo, good morning guys. We're just waking up here at 11th Avenue Hostel out here in downtown Denver. Really good hostel. We ended up getting the private room. It was very spacious. The one complaint I probably would have is you don't really have control of the air conditioning. So you just gotta pray it feels right and that the fan will hit right. But we slept pretty good last night. We're up here pretty early so we can get a head start towards Estes Park. We're gonna stay at the Discovery Lodge tonight and do some hiking around Rocky Mountains. See you guys when we hit the road. Say what's up, Courtney. Hey! See you out there. After getting checked out of 11th Avenue Hostel, we hit the road northwest into the foothills of the Rockies. We had to leave extra early this morning to make sure we get to the park within the window of our timed entry permit.
Just past the beautiful city of Boulder, heading up to Estes Park, do a little bit of hiking today. We got about an hour drive up there. We're just gonna be taking in all these picturesque views along the way. The official start of like the hiking side of our 9-day road trip.
Around 10:30 a.m., we finally arrived to Rocky Mountain National Park. We then spent 20 minutes riding through the park before finding a spot in one of the park and ride shuttle lots. Upon parking, we fueled up on food and made our way over to the Bear Lake shuttle bus, which runs every 10 to 15 minutes. However, I must note that in order to visit the Bear Lake portion of the park, we had to reserve a timed entry, which included a 2-hour window for us to arrive. I strongly recommend booking these reservations months in advance. Around noon, we departed the shuttle at the entrance of the Emerald Lake Trail. This moderate trail is about 3 miles round trip and takes an average of 2 hours to complete. Emerald Lake Trail Loop also includes 2 smaller lake trails along the way, one of which is the 0.7 mile Nymph Lake Trail that we're starting off with. Here at Nymph Lake, so this is the first lake, first of 3, I believe.
but he wants our food.
No.
He thinks we're gonna feed him.
We have no nuts for you, sir. No nuts.
I mean, we do. But...
Okay. Currently getting chased by a chipmunk. If that's the most harmful thing we get chased by, I won't be mad.
He's gonna like come at me.
Yeah, he probably smells your Chex Mix. It's hot. At the hour mark of our hike, we reached the Dream Lake Loop, the second of two smaller lakes featured along the Emerald Lake Trail. I might have to rinse off in one of these springs too. Wow, look at this place. The further we hiked along the trail, the more jaw-dropping the surrounding views became. Yep. All right, approaching Dream Lake now. All right, guys, it's leaving Dream Lake, another one of the many beautiful lakes here in Rocky Mountain National Park. We're heading to Emerald Lake now. It's definitely nice to cool off there for a second. A lot of people, but I can see why. It's just an amazing view. Around 1:30, we finally reached Emerald Lake. It's safe to say that this trail was probably designed to save the best for last, as we weren't the only ones there to marvel at the beautiful natural scenery. Wow, this is insanely pretty. We were thrilled about finishing our first big hike, so we decided to have a seat and just enjoy the moment. All right, seen Emerald Lake. Now we're just on the hike back. It was about an hour and 30 minutes to get out here, so might be a little bit shorter to get back because it is all the way downhill, which is a huge relief on me. I mean, some people's lungs are just made for this stuff, but I was definitely getting tired on the way up. Had to stop a whole bunch, but we did finish, and that's what counts. Upon spending over 3 hours hiking the Emerald Lake Loop, we figured we might as well attempt the much shorter Bear Lake Loop, considering the trailhead was pretty much located within the same parking lot. All right, just finished up at Bear Lake. Quite packed as you would expect, but it was like a 2-minute walk from like the main entrance point here. So it's definitely a nice one if you're trying to avoid the long hikes and you just want to go see a really, really beautiful lake. Totally suggest doing this one. But yeah, we're about to head back to Estes Park and go check into the hotel. See you guys there. Later that afternoon, we arrived to the Discovery Lodge, our new home for the evening. For only $140 a night, we got a spacious cabin with beautiful mountain views. All right, guys, just got checked in here to the Discovery Lodge. As you can see, this is an amazing room, like super cool. Like they even got balcony out here with views of a little lake, got the mountains, see that silhouette. Wow, it's gonna be a pretty cool place. We're gonna go check out this chicken and beer place to eat tonight. So yeah, I'm just gonna get settled in and we'll see you guys out there. Around 6 p.m. we arrived to the Stanley Historic District. Once there, we decided to hit the Post for dinner. This independently owned and operated restaurant is known for their award-winning beers and delicious hot chicken. While the food here is a bit pricey, it's definitely a must-try if you find yourself in Estes Park. Just finishing dinner here at the Post, getting ready to walk a couple blocks and head up to the actual Stanley Hotel. We'll see you guys there. Afterwards, we made our way towards the famous Stanley Hotel. In the iconic 1980 horror film, The Shining, the Overlook Hotel is said to be loosely based off the Stanley. Upon arrival, we opted to take a stroll through a smaller version of the infamous hedge maze. Definitely some creepy vibes out here at an otherwise really, really nice hotel. Luckily, we found our way back out of the eerie maze in time to go check out the iconic hotel. Upon entering the historic estate, we decided to end our night with some craft beers at Whiskey Bar, which is also said to be the inspiration behind the Gold Room bar scene in The Shining. Here at the 217 Whiskey Bar inside the Stanley, very cool. Just stopping by here for a few drinks and see what type of local beers they got on the menu. Yeah, trying out a couple. This right here is their local lager. This is the Pilsner, which I'm probably gonna go with. Though we didn't speak to any ghost, we did get some really good Pilsners for less than $8 a piece. If you're a horror junkie type, this is definitely a place you should put on your bucket list. The first full day of our road trip has been a success. It's time to head back to the lodge and get well rested for our journey to Jackson Hole tomorrow.